Hello, and next up in our character profiling series, we have the lamb. So Lammy Poo is a person that can be considered kind of a lamb. This is a gentle soul. Doesn't necessarily have to be innocent, doesn't necessarily have to be wet behind or green behind the ears, but for the most part it is. It's different from the earthworm because the lamb does have a woolly, right? It has an exterior where the earthworm is just like, it just absorbs everything. It can't help it. It has no exoskeleton or skin or whatever it is, right? At least the lamb has got that earthy coverage to it. So that's why I say the lamb can be, if it's like a fresh shorn, you can see the pink through its skin type of lamb, right? You might be dealing with a Pollyanna of a client or as a boyfriend or girlfriend or, partner or even, a person at a table, right? So just because lamb, they could be one of those, well, I mean, I guess they'd be called a sheep, but still lambs, think about it, they kick up, they're exciting, they like run around and snort, they've got fire to them, right? They've got a spit to them. So you never know. I mean, I don't know if you've been around lambs or baby goats, but they're just kind of like when cats or, dogs, they get the zoomies, they do that too. So the lamb can be a very, just a surprise, but especially when it's paired with like, right? Like if you get it paired with a crocodile, lamb crocodile is like someone who is very observant, but they present like lamb. Maybe with another card, it could be they are undercover as a lamb, right? They're trying to play the lamb when they're actually a predator versus one softening up depending on where this card falls and what the question at hand is, right? What people don't realize about cards is like, it's just like a ChatGPT, AI, it's all about prompt engineering. Your answers from your cards are only as good as your questions, okay? So when you get a lamb in reverse here, yikes. Sorry, I'm like, what are my cards? It's like winking at me and I'm like, I knew it. But we have here lamb in reverse. So this is someone that is not, first of all, gentle. This is a person that is like, you don't want this person working in the daycare or in an assisted living. This is a person that will, like tug at people or like hurt people with like under the cover of something like a blanket or whatever, right? This is, it feels like I would say like someone who's dating someone and they got lamb in reverse, I'd say run, right? Because also this could be a person that plays a lamb, but really isn't. But this is definitely a person that hurts children and dogs and the elderly and is just a conniving type of energy, right? So then when you have it here in the horizontal, right, this is a person that can be, so I would actually kind of see this as a duplicitous. And even though I don't want to talk about a lot of zodiacs, there are people that are going to be watching. And I do find the lamb, just because of the dichotomy of it's, from what I've learned with lamb personalities or lamb in reverse personalities, it can be a very duplicitous card. And so because you don't know if they're playing it or not, right? And so again, you have to read the room with the rest of the cards around it. But I would definitely, if I were to assign a card to this, it would be Gemini. Now I'm a Gemini ascendant, and a lot of people would say I'm duplicitous. Absolutely, it's my job to be duplicitous, right? And I share the, that's when I'm undercover, right? When I'm just regular, I am who I am. This is how I am every single day, day in, day out. Unless you come for me, right? Then you're going to see the other side. You're going to see the other twin. You're going to see the former gangster, right? Like the Gemini pop off, but I'm gonna do it in a way that is legal. I'm gonna do it in a way that's sharp, right? Gemini is one of the more intellect. I mean, it just is. You just know your stuff here, right? So this is definitely a card if you want to assign a zodiac sign. I would say, even though somebody would say like, oh, like maybe a Cancer. No, the lambs are a little squirrely, especially like a client. If you're a financial advisor, or even if you're someone that's wondering if someone's embezzling from you, right? Yeah, this is definitely a card that you want to keep your eye on. Okay, all right, GoPro, stop recording.